there is the saying, time is money. So what do you think about it? 72% of people right now said that does time equals money? They said yes, time equals money. 72% said yes, time equals money. So I want to shatter this reality and tell you that the time does not equals money. I want to argue that time is much more valuable than money. Why? Because the time is very special. You cannot get it back. You cannot store it. You cannot mine it. So you can, of course, do everything with it with money. If you lost money, you can gain it again, but you cannot gain time again. So time is much more important than money, and you need to remember it. But how does it connect with deviations? And I think you need to think about your daily routine at work and how many deviations you encounter. But think about how many deviations you have that are repeating deviations. And each company will have it differently, but there are companies that have up to 60% in their system repeating deviations. So let's, for a second, do some a model, some gameplay here. Let's say you have 3 repeating deviations per week, right? So it can be different at your company, but I think those numbers are really conservative. If you have 3 repeating deviations per week, you have 144 repeating deviations per year. What does it mean? It means that if you have deviations, you need to spend time on it. And let's say you spend 8 hours per deviations because there is somebody who needs to report it. So we are talking about combined man hours. So you need to report it, you need to assess it. There are many people involved. Okay? The production, quality control, quality assurance, and it depends on which department. But at the end, it comes to it about 8 hours, but it can be much longer. If it's a really critical deviation, you will spend weeks on it. But for the sake of it, let's say 8 hours, and it means you spend 1,152 hours, man hours per year for repeating deviations. And if you don't know how much you spend on it in your department, I think you really should go and do the analysis and really find out what the number is, because this number is super critical. But what is this number? So we said 1,152 hours, but how do you measure it? So I think all of us know this movie, Lord of the Rings. It's a really long movie. It's a series of movies, and great movies, and you know how long they are. So if you take this time, the 1,152 hours, you basically can watch the whole series 105 times. So this is how much those deviations costing you. A really cool, relaxing time with your whole company watching this movie. And that's why we are basically here. We are here because we want to give you the tools to free your time, because time is really important for your compliance and so on. So in this webinar, you will learn the framework. It will teach you how to approach deviations in a much better way. You will know how to document them much quicker. You will know to do it in a really qualitative way. Your efficiency will skyrocket and your costs will drop down. So this is our main purpose here. Let me just move my window here for a second. So this is what you will learn in this webinar, the framework really to improve your approach to deviations. And the end goal is really to reduce the amount of repeating deviations in your system. And of course, the framework that you will learn today will help you with many other things, like minimize the number of overdue deviations and so on and so on. But the main goal is to reduce the repeating deviations, because you will save time, you will save money, your compliance will be better, and you know what? At the end, you will gain a lot of peace of mind, and also much less stress during your daily work, because I don't think that there is anybody who is happy to get deviations. So think about the stress that you get to deal with each one of them. So at the end, if you reduce the deviations, if you know how to really work with them better, you will know how to approach them in a better way. And the person who will take you through this journey will be Alex Hall.